Está grabando.
Bueno, ¿ya se escucha?
Sí.
Diego,
Algo empezó. Welcome to our video. Today our team will want to explain about the Mexican legal system and how is the law applied in Mexico. And our team members are Juan Diego Oliver, Pablo Hernandez, and Omar Cruz.
what is legal system? A legal system is framework of rules, procedures, and institutions that a community use to interpret and enforce their laws. A legal system is binding on high legal disputes with, within its jurisdiction. There is no uniform legal system across the globe.
Okay, types of the legal system around the world. And civil law system and also common law system, Muslim law system, customary law system, and mixed legal system.
And for start with the topics, we are first want to talk about the civil law system. And the statute law system is a name that received that also. And it's based on the Roman law, which was valid from the ancient times, first in Rome and later through the Roman Empire.
The civil law system is characterized by the fact that the law is legally defined in general abstract rules which in turn are codified a high recorded in legal collections. For this reason, the civil law system is also called the statute law system. Of course, country with a civil law system also have a constitution.
Okay, common law system or case law system. The common law system is based on the British common law concept. In the system, there are legally no general and abstract rules. Courts decide in concrete case based on previous courts' decisions, precedents.
And the common law system is also called the case law system. As rule, countries with the common law system have a written constitution in addition to the case law, except in the United Kingdom, which is an unwritten system.
Number three, Muslim law system, Islamic law system, Sharia law system. Also called Islamic legal system or Sharia legal system is derived from the religious precepts of Islam, particularly the Quran and the Hadith. In Arabic, the term Sharia refers to goods, notably the divine law, and is contrast with fiqh, which refers to its human scholarly interpretations.
Okay, and customary law system. And it's an written law which is not created by legislation but is based on the long-term application of legal concepts and rules which the parties involved in legal transactions accepting is writing. Customary law generally exists in every legal system.
Mixed law system. There are regions of the world where it's only one the legal system explained applies. However, there are also regions of the world in which the system mentioned are combined, such as are called the mixed legal system. And here we have a map where the locations of the majority of the legal systems. For example, in North America, the majority of that is common law. And for example, in our country and the rest of Latin America is the civil law system. And in other continents, there are also other types of legal systems, such as in Asia, majority are civil law, and especially the case in Africa, which there are a lot of legal law systems. And in Oceania, there are also like North America, the region by common law.
What type of legal system does Mexico have? And Mexican legal system stems from the civil law tradition. This occurred as a result of Mexico's long historical associations with Spain. The Mexican Constitution established that matters not expressly designated to the federal government decide fade under the competence of each Mexican state, including civil matters.
Okay, the hierarchy of sources of law in Mexico's legal system. Um, the Constitution is the rule book for the state, and the legislation, the preparing and enacting of laws by local, state, or national legislatures, and regulation refer to the promulgation or target rules, and the custom is some kind of special rules which is followed from time immemorial.
And how the civil law court system is structured. And the civil court system in Mexico mainly consists in three levels and one last instance. The first is the court of first instance, as the name says, and the second is the court of appeal, and the third is the colegiated federal courts, and finally, mostly the last resource is the Supreme Court.
Courts of first instance. The local civil courts of federal district courts are the lowest Mexican courts to conduct civil proceedings. The decisions of these courts can be challenged at the courts of appeal. Posteriori,
Two, and courts of appeal. They are in change of ruling on the apples filed by the parties against the decision of the court of first instance. The parties are not allowed to exhibit further evidence unless it is related with a possible cause for execution of the main action.
And the collegiate federal courts, they are always federal due to the fact that they are overseeing the resolutions of the appeals and means of challenge provided for in the federal laws, such as the amparo law. Just as with the courts of appeal, the parties are not allowed to exhibit further evidence unless it is related to a possible cause of rejection of the main action.
Number 4. The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the exceptional court of final appeal in Mexico. It is exceptional because for this court to hear as dispute.
Okay, for this court to hear a dispute, one of the following situations must exist. Okay. The Supreme Court determined to hear an appeal from the collegiate federal courts based into general public importance of the matter at hand, or on whether the interest of justice required the court to hear the matter, and the inconstitutionality of a regulation was brought before in the course of appeal.
And what are the main stages in civil processing? The main stages of the civil processing in Mexico may change slightly depending on the type of processing being brought. However, the main stages are normally as follows.
Main stakes in civil proceedings. Number 1. Initial breath and response begins with the filing of the lawsuit with the court, which might admit, dismiss, or request clarification of the lawsuit. If the lawsuit is admitted, the court will serve the defendant granting us a statutory term to file the response and possibly counterclaim. Number 2, evidence period. After the response to the initial claim or counterclaim is filed, the judge will grant the parties a statutory term to order the exhibited evidence. At this moment, the parties may offer confessional testimony and or accept evidence based exhibiting the pending documentary evidence.
And third is the final allegations. Once all the evidence has been filled and conducted, the judge will grant the parties a statutory term to file the brief on final allegations, which are the parties' last declarations before the judge issues the resolutions. And four, the decision. Once the period of allegations has concluded, all the parties have submitted their briefs, and the judge will issue the resolution, which may be changed at the Court of Appeal. The resolution of such appeal can also be changed through a so-called amparo lawsuit, which will be resolved by a colegiado federal court.
Pues ahí termina todo, compañeros. Fue un gusto.
Thank you and goodbye.
Espérense. Ahora vamos a guardar. Así lo subo. Diego, diste las palabras de conclusión, Diego.
Bueno, de hecho, es lo que faltaba cuando estábamos haciendo las diapositivas, decía que si le agregábamos o no conclusión.
Pero me dijiste que lo vas a decir al momento de terminar la expo. Ahora
Pero
ya,
era basado en lo que iba a hacer de sí.
¿eh?
No, lo iba a hacer, pero basándome si íbamos a agregar una conclusión al final de la diapositiva.
Ajá. Pero ya sí, no le voy a dar en dejar.